Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be why the narcissist wants to keep you stuck. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the narcissist wants to keep you stuck in so many different loops on so many different levels. First of all, let's say that you are out of the relationship. Well, the narcissist probably is still trying to keep themselves tethered to you in some fashion. Maybe you're trying to divorce the narcissist. Maybe it's child custody. Maybe it's the 401k. Maybe it's the beach house. Maybe it's figuring out who is going to be there to support you post-narcissistic relationship, because the narcissist most likely has administered the smear campaign. You see, they want to keep you stuck. They want to keep you isolated. They want to keep you pining for them. They want to keep you thinking about them. They want you missing what you never had, which was the fakeness of the relationship. It was all the inauthenticity that the narcissist shows you. Remember, the narcissist is and or was wearing a mask when they met you. They were manipulating you. They were playing the victim card or acting holier than thou. However they approached you, they looked at you as an opportunity, and they wanted you to fall for them and to believe in them. And the narcissistic relationship, it is not exclusive to romantic relationships. The narcissist can be your mom, your sister, can be a coworker, colleague, can be anybody. But the narcissist does want to keep you stuck. They want to keep you in that devaluation stage. They don't want you breaking the chains of the narcissistic abusive cycle. They don't want you healing. They don't want you finding your higher purpose. They don't want you learning, growing, becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered. And there are so many different ways the narcissist will try to keep you stuck. Let's say, example, that you put a roof over their head. Well, if the narcissist is still living in that house or apartment and that you're still footing the bill for them, well, that's one way that you're stuck. And yes, there are many people that are putting a roof over the head of the narcissist, and it doesn't have to be exclusive to a romantic relationship. Maybe you are the healthy, stable person, and you probably are because you're on the channel, and maybe you have provided a roof for one of your kids, an adult child who turned out to be the narcissist. Well, the narcissist wasn't paying the bills, and they're glomming onto you and acting like they can't support themselves, and they're bleeding you dry. See, that's how the narcissist keeps people stuck. Other ways are when you're thinking, this is post-narcissistic relationship, when you're thinking about the past. Perhaps you're ruminating, or you were ruminating. Well, you're thinking about the good times that you had with the narcissist. Now, did you have good times? Of course you did. You had some great times. But were they outnumbered by all the toxicity and the weight of the relationship and the heaviness and the verbal abuse and the gaslighting and the sleepless nights and the triangulation and the person being on all their smartphones? They weren't. All the toxicity added up. And that's why each and every narcissistic relationship, it has an expiration date. You're now understanding that. That relationship that you were a part of, it was going to expire one way or the other. Either you were going to get discarded, and I'm sorry to say that, but it's true, or you would be strong enough to exit the relationship yourself, and you would remove yourself from the person. But the whole point was, the people that remove themselves from the relationship, you people are in such a small group, it's amazing. You're extremely full of fortitude and strength. The people that were discarded, they're the same thing. It's just that the people that were discarded, it came out of left field most likely. They didn't know what they were up against. And the person that removed themselves, they probably had figured it out, maybe not even getting the exact word narcissism, but they knew that something was off in that relationship and that they had to end it. But either way, something happened post-relationship, or when you were in it, you got that needle in a haystack and you found out that the relationship that you were in, or perhaps are looking to exit, it is a toxic narcissistic relationship, and it doesn't serve you. It doesn't benefit you. It will only benefit the narcissist. And when you are in a relationship with somebody, whether it's a friendship or a romance or a colleague, and the person that you're in the relationship with is telling you A, B, and C, but they're doing X, Y, and Z, and they keep on doing whatever they want to and manipulating you, and they're blowing up your life left, right, and center, but that they claim that they're a good person, that's a very challenging place to be. Keep in mind, the narcissist did not ever want you to figure out who they were. And they wanted to keep you stuck. They wanted you blaming yourself for the ending of the relationship. They did not want you to get closure. And remember, the closure from the narcissistic relationship, it's going to come from you. It won't come from the narcissist. The narcissist did and certainly does want you stuck. They don't want you ever cracking the code. They don't want you ever going no contact and blocking them and removing yourself from all the toxicity of them and in that relationship. What the narcissist needs is they need enablers. They need people to believe in the mask. They need people that they can continue to keep stuck in that deep end of destruction, or the narcissistic fog. This is where you were existing for a period of time, and you are no longer existing there because now you're living your best life, toxic free, narcissistic relationship free. And my hope is that you've reached the pinnacle of indifference. If you're not there yet, continue working. There's more work to be done, but place all of your energy back into yourself. Don't give it to the narcissist. The narcissist does want you thinking about them. They do want you hoping that you will go back to enter the relationship with them one more time, but that's not what you want or you should want. Once you've identified that a person is a narcissist or a toxic person, to say the least, you need to run for the hills from these people. That's why I suggest in my videos to go no contact, block these people, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If it's not that easy and if you can't do it, well, utilize Gray Rock, but have an exit plan and execute it and create it and develop it and nurture it, because you will understand once you're out of the narcissistic relationship and once you've healed and you've healed properly, that there is so much abundance out there just waiting for you. Doors of possibility will open up for you. Doors of opportunities will present themselves, and doors of abundance will be smothered all around you. But these things won't present themselves when you're in the narcissistic relationship, specifically if you're still stuck, if you're still thinking about the narcissist, if you're still wondering who they were with or what they're doing or spying on the new supply, etc. I understand if this is the first video you're ever consuming that it's a very challenging time for you. Be patient, be kind, be stoic, be centered, and be kind to yourself. But understand that where you are today is not where you will be in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. And you may not even see what I'm sharing with you right now, but in time you will. And if this video is triggering, well, pause it. Come back to see it at a later date. But for the people who are on the channel and in the community, that you understand who the narcissist is and that they can't change and that they did want to keep you stuck so many different ways, you now understand how important and imperative it is to get away from these people. Other ways the narcissist will try to keep you stuck is financially. They will claim that the court settlement, that they owe you money, maybe child custody or spousal support, or give you half of the house or 401k or whatever, but they'll claim that they don't have the money, or that they'll get around to it, or the banking system is slow, or there's concerns in the world, they can't get it done right now. See, they're trying to keep you stuck. If this person that you're thinking about was a healthy, stable person, first of all, you wouldn't be educating yourself on narcissism. But second of all, if that relationship ended, it wouldn't end with a thud, a crash, a bang. It would have ended amicably. You would have both grabbed a cup of coffee, sat down, discussed the future of the relationship or lack thereof, and you would have hugged it out and parted ways, and you would have given them whatever they came into the relationship with and vice versa. But that's not what happens in these narcissistic relationships. That's why these are the relationships you need to heal from. That's why the narcissist usually slithers away onto the new supply without giving you a moment's thought, because they never cared about you. They don't care about the new supply. They don't care about anybody but themselves. But this is what the narcissist does. They want to keep people stuck, thinking about them, wondering. Let's go to a Hoover for a moment. Remember, I've explained what a Hoover is so many times. I'll just share it again. A Hoover is when the narcissist is checking the pulse or the temperature of you. Doesn't mean necessarily that they want to go back into the relationship with you. They're just seeing if you're open to communicate with them, and they will take it one step at a time to see if they can try and draw you back in or not. But either way, it's to pump up their fragile ego. Either way, it's to let them feel that they're superior and that you still matter to them. So don't accept a Hoover. Don't ever accept a Hoover. You should be Hooverable. Hoover-proof is what you should be. Hoover-proof. Not what I said earlier. But all these things, what is a Hoover? Well, a Hoover is when the narcissist is seeing if you are still stuck. They're seeing if you have gone no contact, if you figured out who they are, or if you're still pining for them or thinking about them, or if you will give them another chance at the relationship. And the narcissist, you need to remember, if you were hoovered or are being hoovered, that is a clear indication that you are stronger than you know, and the narcissist is weaker than ever, because it's the narcissist who perhaps discarded you, but yet they tried to return and hoover you at a later date. Why would they do that? Well, they would do it because you didn't go no contact, probably, but also because they're seeing if you're still stuck, if they still matter to you. And when the narcissist doesn't matter to you any longer, then become really small, itsy bitsy teeny weeny, that's a good thing for you, and it's not a good thing for the narcissist. It's a good thing for you though, because this means you've healed, or you are well on the healing path. It means you're taking this relationship for what it was, not what you wanted it to be, and that you're understanding that you are the priority, you come first, second, and third, and the narcissist deserves no time in your life any longer. And not only the narcissist, but other toxic people, they shouldn't be in your life. You should be going down the rabbit holes of education and exploration post-relationship, beginning with the narcissist. And once you understand the definitions in the glossary on the narcissistic abusive cycle, then you really, really wrap your head around what narcissism is and how it affected you not just for the period of time, which was the length of that relationship, but for your whole life. Maybe a teacher was the narcissist. Maybe it turns out your mom's the narcissist. Maybe it turns out 3 girlfriends or boyfriends ago was a narcissist. Maybe it's the person you're sitting right next to at work while you're watching this video. Maybe they're the screaming narcissist. Who knows? But what I do know is the more you become awakened and aware, educated and empowered, the more you see the world for how it is, not for how you used to see it. You see, this relationship that you came out of, it's changed you forever. It's changed you for the betterment. You may not see it right now, but believe me, it has changed you for the betterment. Once you rise through the ashes and pick yourself up and dust yourself off by the bootstraps and you heal properly, then you understand that there was no other way. You had to go through that relationship, and you are no longer stuck thinking about the narcissist. You're no longer tethered to them. They don't have things in your house or apartment any longer. You've blocked them. You've changed your number. You've relocated. You're taking a class, teaching a class, reading a book, writing a book. You're doing whatever you can, but it's without the narcissist. And this is a good thing, because the narcissist can't change. They can't improve. They want to keep people stuck in that loop of manipulation, in the devaluation stage, thinking about them. That's why they juggle so many different relationships at one time. You may have thought it was just you who was in the relationship with the narcissist. That's what you were supposed to think. Truth be told, the narcissist had multiple relationships with people when you were in the relationship with them. Now, do they have to be romantic relationships? Of course not. They could have been, though. They could have been friendships, could have been anything, in people in hobby groups or communities, etc. But the narcissist was extracting whatever they could from whomever they could, and you were one of the people they were taking from for the length of that relationship. And then when that relationship ended, I can assure you, you probably were stuck for a period of time because you didn't know what narcissism was. And then lo and behold, you got that needle in a haystack and you figured out that's what it was. And then you went down to educate yourself and you figure out exactly how it affected you. This is the narcissist's worst fear. Number 1, the worst fear of the narcissist is being exposed. Number 2 is being abandoned. But number 3 is being discovered and revealed and unmasked. And that's what you have done. That's what you are doing. That is why you really need to focus on yourself, slow your life down, insulate yourself in the cocoon of boundaries, go no contact, and realize that when you were stuck and you were thinking about the narcissist, that's par for the course. That's what we all go through. Or if you were feeling guilty about blocking them, maybe it was your son or daughter, well, you need to cut ties with these people eventually, because it's going to be them or it's going to be you. And if you have the control and the power and the strength and the determination, commitment, fortitude, resilience, and direction to block these people, that's what I strongly suggest you do, because you can change, you can elevate, your resources will return, you won't be stuck. But the narcissist will be stuck, and where will they be stuck? They'll be stuck in that low vibrational quagmire state where they exist and where they want other people to be stuck down there with them. And that was you for a while, but it's not you any longer. You see, what you've gone through is something that most people don't go through. What you've broken is what most people don't even know exists, and how you've healed is nothing short of a miracle. When I say that, I mean it, because imagine, if you will, that you were in a relationship with a person who was trying to have you exit the planet, but they claimed that they loved you or claimed that they cared about you, but every day their actions weren't matching their words. And then eventually something broke and that relationship ended, and you didn't know what happened, and you were trying to put yourself back together, but you didn't know what kind of relationship you were in because you weren't taught this in school. And then you were persistent and diligent and resilient, and you figured it out. You cracked the code. And then you lay down on the ground, sobbing, wailing, screaming, saying, I can't believe this is what this relationship was. And you processed it over time, and then you said, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. There's a thing called the trauma bond. There's a thing called the love bomb. There's a thing called the discard. There's a thing called the Hoover. You became educated on something that you didn't even know that you had the education in earlier, because you were living it in the relationship. But now you put words to the terms, or terms to the experiences that you had, and now this is called a superpower, and it's a superpower on steroids. Once you rise through the ashes and put yourself back together, you enter the third version of you. But you beat something that you didn't even know existed. Think about how powerful that is. Think about how strong you are. You're the winner. You're the beautiful, bright, shining light. You're the person the narcissist was trying to extinguish, but they couldn't do it. You're here. And my hope is you're not stuck, or you're becoming unstuck, and you're realizing that you can do whatever you want to on this planet. Anything is possible, as long as you are free from the chains and the tethers of the narcissist. This is when all these doors will open up for you. This is when you can fall in love again. This is when you can relocate. This is when your energy will return, your health will return, your finances will return, your clarity will return, and you won't be where? That's right, you won't be stuck any longer. And that's a good thing, because when you are stuck in the relationship or stuck post-relationship and you don't know what kind of relationship you are in, were in, or just exited, it is a very debilitating and challenging and trying experience to figure that out. But you're the smart one, you're the wise one, you're the resilient one, you're the one full of fortitude, commitment, and courage, and you are the narcissist's worst nightmare. That's why you are here getting your cup full, paying it forward, and beginning to live your best life if you haven't already. So understand something. When you were stuck, it was not a good thing. When you were in the relationship, it was a horrible thing. Getting out of the relationship took a lot of effort, one way or the other. If you were discarded or you ended it yourself. But something changed within you once you healed. And you woke up one day and you said, wait, I'm not stuck, I'm good. I feel great. I've never felt like this before. What is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's the third version of you. The most remarkable, spectacular, beautiful version of you known to humankind. This is where I'm living. This is where so many of you are living, where I've helped you get across the bridge to the pinnacle of indifference. And my hope is that I can, if you're not there yet, I can help you get there, or others can help you get there too. But it will be without the chains of the narcissistic relationship. Everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I hope you like the outdoor video because I picked a new location because some of my recent videos have been a little bit noisy. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can, everybody. I am doing the absolute best I can. So if you like the video, play it a few times, share it, pay it forward, help someone who doesn't even know that they need help, because at one point that was you. It certainly was me, but not any longer. And realize this, that you are a beautiful, bright, shining light. You are stronger than you know. Continue moving forward each and every day. Continue leaving the narcissist in the past. Continue to get your cup full and to become stronger, and let the narcissist just fade away like a bad dream that just dissipated. It's gone. It's over with. Those days, we are taking the lifelong learning lessons from them. We are not predicting the future. We are living in the present moment, the here and the now. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.